Hey, how's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody's doing good. And if you're not doing good, I hope everything works out for the good. Today, I just want to say welcome to another episode on Curtis J. Clark channel here on YouTube, where we talk about mindset, business, travel, and lifestyle. And today, we're going to talk about business. We have two special guests in the building. And when I met these young entrepreneurs, our energy just collided and it's been great ever since. And I'm glad I'm able to invite them onto the platform to talk about their business venture. So I want everybody to give a warm welcome to Yakov and Joel from Sunday Energy. Give them a warm welcome, y'all. How y'all doing today?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing good.
Great.
Hey Curtis, it's good to be on your platform.
It's amazing to have you guys on.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you again for accepting the invitation. Now, we know it's Sunday Energy and it's solar energy. So I want you guys to give our guests a background of where you come from. So, and where you grew up and who's your role model. So go ahead, Yakov.
I grew up here in Brooklyn,
Okay.
born and bred. Got married here in Brooklyn, live here in Brooklyn, been enjoying the city. And the inspiration for opening this kind of business for me, when I was looking for a job and I found a job in a solar energy company. And I saw a lot of potential in it. I took the job. It was a sales opportunity. And I kept on growing over there. One day I realized that when it comes to New York City, we were doing then upstate New York, New Jersey. We didn't really do New York City. I saw one day that I realized that most people here in the city are not aware of the benefits of solar energy. And even the people that are aware, there aren't a lot of companies here just because, as you know, New York City, not everything is easy with the DOB and dealing with all different laws in the city. So I decided that I want to explore this opportunity. I had to take somebody that is ambitious and has the will and, that has, how do you call it? You can implement something really strong. Mm-hmm. And that's when I thought about Joel. I know Joel from back in the days. We learned together in high school, and I knew that Joel's just going to be the right person for this, to go in together and explore it.
Okay, so let's have Joel. Where you're from, Joel? And
so my name is Joel Breyer, from Brooklyn, New York, here in Williamsburg.
Yeah.
I worked in two companies before as an employee in a payroll company and an accounting firm. And I was doing operations there, especially in the accounting firm. I was doing great. They all liked me, was transforming the business in some ways, in many ways. And I was ready to take my career to the next level and open my own business. And that's when Yakov approached me and asked me if we could do business together, if we could open a business. And he came with the idea of a solar company. He had the knowledge and the background and everything. And he is the one who is great in sales, persuading, and knows the industry well. And I was going to be the one doing the operation, setting up the business, the relationships between companies and stuff, doing all the processes and procedures. And I can say we're 10 months in, 11 months in, and it's been working out great.
So Sunday Energy was established at the beginning of 2024.
The corporation was actually incorporated in 2023 still, but we started doing business, meaning selling and actually starting installations in 2024.
And what is the mission statement of Sunday Energy?
I want to get back to a question you asked me. I did not answer yet. You asked me who's my role model.
Yeah, who's your role model? Yes.
And you asked both of us.
Yes.
So my role model is my dad. And the way I saw my dad doing business when I was a child and even until now, and I see him doing it in his real estate business and management business, the honesty, integrity, and transparency that I've seen by him and the way he deals with people, and you can see that everything is done the right way. That's what inspired me in business and in personal life as well, the way he deals in personal life. He's a very special man, and that's my role model that I follow.
Excellent. And you, Joel, your role model?
Yeah, so obviously, my parents are my greatest role models, the way they brought me up and the way they're doing not only business, but everything in life. Communication and stuff, being kind and caring. But I have a lot of role models. I always learn from everyone. I learn from you, right? So I learn from Yakov. So I have a lot of role models, and you live and learn.
Excellent. So now, Yakov, the mission statement for the Sunday Energy. When you first got the idea and it came to you, how did it take off from there?
Sunday's mission is making solar easy and simple for New York City homeowners and business owners. Previously, before Sunday launched, getting solar and benefiting out of all the tax incentives, electricity savings, getting the hassle with the DOB was very hard. And a lot of companies execute maybe 50% of their jobs. Sunday's mission is it should be a breeze, and that's what we've accomplished in the last 10 months. Everybody, any person that signs up with us and starts the process with us when it comes to financing, we have Joel, expert in getting people. He has a 98% approval rate.
Excellent.
When it comes to financing.
Wow.
Everything is just easy, accessible. We're pretty, efficient in our process, and I can say that there isn't another company like us in New York City.
Excellent. Now, when you say solar energy, can you break it down to the guests who not familiar with solar energy? How did it start? Like what year with the solar panels, the things that we would see on rooftops and on electric cars now and on corner light posts and things like that? How did that come about? What year do you believe that was invented?
Absolutely, sure. So solar energy was invented in the mid-1800s, beginning to mid-1800s. Obviously, the price, how much it would cost then to manufacture, to produce, and the efficiency of the panel wasn't enough to power a house, but it was a small seed that was born that would later on become a big, huge industry. As you can see nowadays, not only you're talking about light poles and houses, but you see solar fields, you see huge fields, utility scale.
Yes.
Fields. So that was invented in the beginning 1800s, and slowly but surely it started picking up in the late 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Beginning 80s, and in New York City, it didn't become a thing before in the last probably 5-10 years.
Okay.
That's when it started becoming here a thing.
Oh, excellent. Now, with you guys being a new company, Sunday Energy being a new company, and you already have so many competitors that have been established, like you said, 5 to 10 years, how do you come in with the advertisement? How is your advertisement going to get your company out there into the Brooklyn area? What other areas are you located in?
So 5 boroughs.
Okay.
Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. And we also do New Jersey, but New Jersey we mainly focus on commercial. So it's New York City that our focus is on. The way we do it is mainly, interestingly enough, by cold calling. We did not do any marketing or advertising yet.
Okay.
We're in the phase now of figuring out a marketing plan and ideas that how we can market our company. We've been to trade shows as well.
Yes. Okay.
So that's something that we do to get inbound leads, sort of. But mostly what we do is we cold call people.
Okay. And how's that working out, Joel, in the office, the cold calls and things like that? How's that working out?
So in the beginning, obviously, when you open your own company, you don't have any clients, right? So there is not much to do. You sit and you wait for tasks and work to come in. But we started strongly. We called not only Yakov, but I also called. We both called a lot of people. It takes time until people adapt to the idea. It's still new. It's still a fresh idea, right? Especially here in New York City, as Yakov explained. So it took some time, but eventually people signed up, and there was the office stuff piled up, and there were things to do, and then we had to work on a process, right? We didn't exactly know how things will work out, but every day we're doing it better, right? So there's the rebate involved, and we did it one way when we started. But as we go along, as we progress, we do it the most efficient way. It takes faster nowadays. We're more efficient when it comes to financing and permitting and installation and everything. So I would say it's a learning process. You never know before what's going to go into doing the actual stuff. So as soon as business comes in, you start adapting to how things go and try to do it the most efficient way. So you always learn, you always see how things are going, what the mistakes were, where you had the success, and that's how you do all your processes and procedures and grow from there.
Excellent. So Yakov, let's say I live in the Williamsburg area. I'm starting to see solar panels being put up and installed on people's rooftops, and I'm trying to figure out, as an owner, how do I save money? I have a huge electric bill. Why would I want to transfer from regular electric to solar panel or solar energy?
So mainly your question is, is there any downsides or what are the upsides,
Yes.
basically? Solar energy does not have any downsides, meaning to say, you're saying transferring from Con Edison. You're not transferring. When we install solar system, it's just a secondary source of electricity. So if you have available solar, you'll use solar. If you have available, let's say in the middle of the night, the sun isn't shining, you have Con Edison, you take electricity from Con Edison. Now, the way we set it up is that throughout the day, the system is going to produce 100 kilowatt hours, for example. You're only going to use 50 kilowatt hours. At night, so Con Edison is going to take that extra 50 kilowatt hours and bank it for you. At night, when you use the extra 50, they give it back to you. In the summer months, you produce 5,000 kilowatt hours, you only use 3,000. They bank it for you for the winter months. They always credit you. Now, solar, the way most of our clients do it is they don't buy it outright with cash because it's not a cheap purchase, right? Solar is an expensive product. So we provide financing. So the person pays monthly payments, less than what he paid for Con Edison. Let's say, for example, your bill now is $500 a month. You're going to pay $300 for the finance. If you pay now $500 for Con Edison, next year it's going to be $550, and a year afterwards it's going to be $600. You're going to stay by this $300. That's right off the bat on electricity savings. Now, the incentives that the government gives is in tax credits. So you get 30% of the system cost in federal income tax credit, 30% of the system cost in property tax abatement, and $5,000 in state income tax credit. So right off the bat, you got 70% of the system cost back in tax credits. You didn't take out $1 out of pocket because everything was financed, right? And you're paying less. So Curtis, tell me, why wouldn't you want solar?
Wow, man, I'm ready to sign up now. Say, I'm a cash man. I call Sunday Energy up. I call you today. How does the process works? I have the money on hand. I'm ready to get signed up. Tell me how the walkthrough of and how fast can I get the system in place?
So the first thing would be I would have a conversation with you. So explain to you the entire thing, which is one of our keys in success that we've done is between us and all our salespeople have to explain to the customers everything about solar, because we have seen in the industry a lot of confusion, and some companies sign up people or elderly people, or they don't explain exactly what's happening, and then the customer comes 6 months afterwards, I had a blackout. Why didn't I have electricity? And they say, what do you mean? Solar doesn't protect you against a blackout without a battery. And say, I thought... So we discuss with people exactly what's going to happen. So the first thing I would say, Curtis, listen to this. This is how solar works. These are the benefits. Another thing, tax credits is only if you have tax liability. A lot of companies don't tell that to the customers, and then the customer says, I never got this credit. So say, what do you mean? You don't pay in taxes, right? So I would explain. Then once you understand that you're ready to move forward, I would ask you for your bill. Just electricity bills. You send me your bill. I see your graph. I see your electricity usage. I design in my special software a design for your house.
Nice.
Once I have that design, I know exactly on your bill. I see 10,000 kilowatt hours in the past 12 months. I design a system that should produce 11,000, so you're going to be 110% covered. I make a proposal and I call you, Curtis, I want to meet you. That's another thing. I used to send it over email and then review it over the phone. People don't connect to that. And people say, call me tomorrow, next week, next month. I say, Curtis, I want to come down, meet you, 10 minutes. I don't need more than 10 minutes. It always takes an hour. You know that. But I only need 10 minutes.
Yes.
If the person wants to extend it, I have no problem, but it takes 10 minutes. I can review it with the customer. And they see what it is, and then sometimes they have their objections, right? My wife doesn't like the looks. What if it breaks? And we say we have warranties and, everything. And I always note that not everybody is going to be my client, because if his wife does not like the looks even after the savings, then there's nothing to do, right?
Sure.
Once you're ready, I send you over a contract. You sign, and then Joel calls you up. Here's where Joel takes over the process.
So after the guy is committed to reap the savings, I call him up. We do the financing together, right?
If it's a financing deal. Curtis is a cash deal.
A cash deal, right? So a cash deal is pretty simple. 30% of the deal is due upon signing the contract, and the other 70% is when we install the system. So we file for the rebate. I go through with you the rebate process. We file for this. We draw up the plans according to the design that Yakov made. So there needs to be official plans with the DOB, and they need to approve it. So we send it for approval. And once they approve it,
Department of Buildings.
The Department of Buildings, the DOB.
How long does that process usually take?
So that could take, it depends on, so sometimes the Department of Buildings is overwhelmed, so that alone takes a week to even get a plan examiner assigned. But once a plan examiner is assigned, it takes 5 to 7 business days, I would say. But sometimes they come back with objections. So objections could be from not having a clear fire path, right? You can't put the panels on the entire roof. The fire department needs to access the roof. Sometimes not having a clear fire path. Sometimes it could be not drawing it correctly. So the fire path is there, but you didn't put a X or something. So they come back sometimes. We fix it. And that's if it doesn't get approved right away. But once it's approved, the plans are approved. We file for an electrical permit too. That gets approved right away. From approval, we actually schedule installation, right? So installation takes up to 3 days. We put the racking on the roof. We install the electrical in the basement, and we install the panels on the roof. And then once it's installed, we need to wait for the DOB to come down, the Department of Buildings to come down and actually do an inspection for the roof. And once they're done with that and they approve it, we get the what's it called?
The LOC.
The LOC, right? So we get the
letter of completion.
Right, so we get the letter of completion, and it's good to go. We connect the solar, and the guy sees the benefit. I would add one thing. Maybe you wanna touch on it. When it comes to business, so he explained residential. Business is the same thing. You don't have the $5,000 in state tax credits, but you get bonus depreciation, meaning you can expense the entire system in the first 5 years. So let's say your system costed $100,000, you expense this $100,000 and you don't pay tax on this $100,000, versus when you buy, let's say, a desk or a building, you can only expense it in 27 years. It's called MACRAS, bonus depreciation, so you get an additional tax benefit when it comes to installing solar on your business.
Well, I don't want to miss that point. Let's highlight that point. Did you say a $5,000 tax credit?
That's for a residential state. Yeah, but the federal tax credit is even bigger. So let's say you finance your system for $50,000, right, over 25 years, and the payment, as he gave an example, $500 for Kinetis and $300 for the finance. So a $50,000 finance, even though it's a finance, you get 30% on the $50,000 in a tax credit. So that's $15,000 with the federal, and you get an additional 30% with the city in property tax. So you get 15 of federal, 50 in a city off your property tax, and 5 in state. So you're talking a $50,000 system, $35,000 in tax savings alone. That's without the Conedison savings.
That's amazing.
And as he said, it's inflation proof, right? Everyone is busy now with inflation, and Conedison went up in the past 2 years with over 15%. And everyone is hurting, right? So this doesn't go up. You pay a flat price only for your finance, and that's it. You're locked in for 25 years. Even if they go up with your neighbor, you get your own energy from your roof, so they can't go up with you, right?
Excellent. Wow. I'm just taking all this information in. It sounds like a lot of savings. It sounds like the way for the future.
Definitely.
We all need to be educated on this.
Definitely.
Because like you said, we're driving around, you're starting to see solar panels pop up on people's roofs, on people's businesses. So
True.
This is amazing. Now, for Sunday Energy being a new company, what are the core values that you guys implement into your daily business?
Right. So first of all, as Yakov said, it's communication, right? Sometimes people, they go down to someone, they just, let me sign you up for solar, there's savings, right? These and these are the communicate. We communicate with you. We show you a graph of 25 years, all the savings. And so that's one. Number two is we're conservative in our numbers, meaning we always put a 5% loss, which is a lot. So the system, the software gives us losses, but we put in manually additional 5%. All of our systems installed have produced more than we have promised. And I've seen this in the industry that people get upset. It doesn't produce how much you have promised, so I don't save so much. Our system produces more than we have promised. So our numbers are conservative, communication. We build a relationship with the customer. It's not just a transactional sale, right? We're there if something breaks, we pick it up before the customer even knows, because we monitor every day all of our solar systems, and we see every panel works, it's producing as it's supposed to be producing, and we're constantly, on top of everything, on top of new products if it come out, and we notify the customer. And I would say these are our core values. And again, we're always growing, right? So you know that, Curtis. We're growing and constantly improving our company.
Excellent. Now, Yakov, what about the core values when it comes to the customer? I know you said communication, meeting in person, rather than just sending out an email. How do you take pride in that, as in building a business, the customer relations and the core values that you put towards your customers?
First of all, just by seeing that our customers refer us business all the time, that means that we're on a good track, right?
Yes, referral.
And they don't refer when they're not happy. What I would say is core values when it comes to our customers is, as Joel said, communication is a very important component, and most people are gonna say when you ask them, well, not core values, but what is like, how do you differentiate your business? We're well priced. Nobody wants well priced means that you're priced according to your product, right?
Yes.
So according to your product, according to your service. So if your service is a 5-star service and you're very expensive, you're still well priced. You can say you're expensive compared to the 3-star service company, and they might be overpriced, but still cheaper than the 5-star company because you're well priced according. So that's what we are.
I always say there's you could say there's cheap as in a cheap product, but a pen could be, it's a cheap pen, right? Not cheap monetary, right? It's cheapy. So we're an expensive company, meaning this pen is an expensive pen. So I wouldn't say we're expensive, but we're not trying to compete on price. We're trying to compete on quality and service. If someone asks me, can you lower I have a different quote. Can you lower it? Can you match the price? I say, yes, I can match the price, but I also need to match the quality and service, right? So,
and you don't want that.
Right. So we compete on quality, on service, on communication. And as Yakov said, we see the referrals coming, and people know they could get a company for cheaper, and they still refer us. Why? Because it's the communication, the quality, and the service. This is what's unmatched.
Oh, that's excellent. Wow. I've been seeing the energy, Sunday Energy, run wild through this building. You guys, you can feel it coming from the office, the energy you guys put out, the work you guys put in. And like you said, now that you're starting to develop a customer base, you're getting referrals back. That means you're doing great work. And word of mouth is the best advertisement, free at cost.
True, and I'll tell you even more. When we started the business, I think we both thought that referrals won't come so fast. It came faster than we expected, and I contribute. I mean, I know it's because people are happy. People want us to refer business, and people care for their neighbor. So they tell their neighbor, you want a good product, you want to save money, go to Sunday Energy. So it came faster than we expected.
Excellent. So going forward, what is the future as we get ready to close? What's the future for Sunday Energy? How is it looking? They say usually it takes almost 5 to 7 years to establish a business.
True. Most of the businesses close in the first 5 years. Like I heard 80% of businesses.
80%.
Yeah.
So what is the future as the 10 months in and we're getting ready to go from 2024 into 2025? How is the 2025 looking for Sunday Energy and then the future of solar energy?
Solar is getting more adapted by people in New York City because you've seen it a lot. Yes. And Sunday Energy has contributed a lot to that. Obviously, more companies are going to open. Sunday is the leading firm, growing every day, hiring salespeople, office people to handle all calls and everything. We're going to make it before 5 to 7 years.
Excellent. Like I said, you guys deal
with God's help.
That's it, above all.
Exactly.
And you guys actually motivate me. Sunday Energy, as a solar energy company, you motivate me in my entrepreneurship as in my cleaning business, because that's how we met.
Even on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? Not only on Sunday.
That's it. So
we got the JMC cleaning business that motivates us. We've
but
seen
Curtis,
your hustle with the doubles.
You motivate us, right?
That's my life. Just like you said,
exactly.
When you guys said your role model, you had me thinking about my dad. It's the same way. My dad used to sell the doubles on a push cart in Crown Heights, and that's how he took care of his family. He didn't go to school or a big college, but he had a gift, right. His hands, and he knew how to cook. So he's my role model. So just hearing that, it shows me how much very important not only a father, but just like you said, the family background is for young entrepreneurs like ourselves to really take it there and to receive some success in this business. All right, wow, this is just amazing. This is so much knowledge and wisdom coming from you guys. You're well educated on your product, in your business, and I believe that's what draws the customer in. If you seem a little shaky and don't really know what you're talking about, people won't be drawn in like that. But I see you guys you did your background check.
And we don't even know everything, right? But when a customer asks a question and we don't know, or we want to grow in some area and we don't know, we do our research. We tell the client, we tell the customer, we don't know, but I'll come back to you. And we come back to them and we tell them, right? So it's like we're educated, but we're learning even more. It's okay to say we're going to come back to you and we don't know everything.
That's kind of good that you put that. I wanted to know, this is, before we wrap this up, in the competitiveness of it and having other solar energy companies, do you guys refer to another company that's been established and you guys can bounce off ideas or get motivation from another company?
Absolutely. If we see a customer doesn't fit our demographics, right? So let's say they're in upstate New York. We don't do upstate New York because we feel that it's not a valuable thing for the customer at the moment with finances, with the rates of Orange and Rockland, the utility there. But there are companies that are doing it there.
Would you refer them? Or?
Of course.
Absolutely. So you have a company in there that you work with?
We don't work with them really, but we tell them this is the number, call up this company, they might do it for you. If a person insists, let me see the numbers in upstate New York, I show it to him and he sees for himself, okay, it's not...
Other people have questions, other people in the industry, they call us. We have questions that we feel like somebody in the industry could know it better than us, we would call.
Of course.
We work together.
Wow. This is amazing because most companies, they wouldn't do that.
No.
Right.
They'll say, well, thank you for your time and have a nice day.
I always say we're not afraid of competition. No one can steal the way we communicate. No one can steal the way we do business. No one. There's no competition, right? And I believe so. There's no competition. Who is like myself? Who is like Jacob?
That's now I know why our energies are drawn together to end up doing this podcast. Because I feel the same way.
Exactly.
As there are new cleaning companies and businesses rising up and we're at a cheaper cost. Let's say I charge $20 an hour. Some might come and try to undercut me and say $10 an hour. But I don't believe in competition because you can trust me. I can clean someone's
There's only
office.
one Curtis, only one JMC. No one is doing it the way you're doing it. Whatever the way is, you have your way, and people will always like the way you're doing it. Maybe not everyone, but if you're doing it the right way you believe it's the right way, people will always come to you, even though you might be more expensive.
Wow, this is amazing. So is there anything else you guys want to say out to your customers or just put into the universe?
I would say to your future, like the ones you're bringing up, probably new businesses, that they shouldn't be afraid of the statistics of 80% of businesses fail, right? They should be of the 20 that don't fail, and they should just keep on going.
Because it says it right behind us.
Exactly. Take risks and be smart. I mean, don't work, but be smart, and you'll succeed.
Excellent. Yakov, you got any closing remarks?
I can fully agree to that. Take the risk, go in full force, do what it takes.
Don't be lazy.
Do what it takes. I think that's the thing that why 80% fail. They don't do what it takes.
Right. Everyone wants to be a millionaire, but not everyone is ready to do what it takes to be a millionaire.
And with God's help, if you are laser focused and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you'll get there.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm so glad that you guys came on the platform today. You broke down your mission statement, your core values, and gave us some real education on solar energy with Sunday Energy as the broad front name of your company. All the success in the future. This has been amazing. You got me thinking about in the future. I would love to bring you guys some business, even if it's just a referral, like you said. Somebody's opening up and they say, hey, I'll take some business cards, because each one, we help each other by promoting. It's free. It wouldn't cost me a thing, just like it wouldn't cost you a thing to refer me or refer another company. So I definitely want to thank you guys for coming on to the Curtis J. Clark channel, where we talk about mindset, business, travel, and lifestyle. This has been a great segment of business, well educated. So I'm hoping out there, anybody who took the time to listen to this video on solar energy with Sunday Energy, that you guys will be motivated to look deeper into it and take advantage of the brand. Now, where can they, after somebody see this video, where can they find you? Can you give some information to the viewers?
We'll put in all the links in the bio.
Okay.
In the description of the video.
Okay, we'll put all the links into the description of the video, and if anybody's interested in solar energy and would like to Sunday Energy, give the business to Sunday Energy, you're more than welcome, and we're going to drop that information. So I just want to thank you guys for coming on to the Curtis J. Clark channel. It's been a pleasure. And like I said, all the success in 2025 and beyond.
Until 3025. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis.